Hey everyone, Dame to the chair once again with another game of Dawn of War Soulstorm, and yeah, it's going to be on the good old Doom Spiral map, which I suppose you could say is a bit of a popular 2 vs 2 map, given that I would have commentated on this map pretty recently as well, so there you go. So yes, we've got top right team versus bottom left team. Top right team consists of Giant Wombat as the Space Marines, Peace Out Fall as the Space Marines as well, interesting name. And bottom left team, we've got Voyaka as the Orcs, and we've also got Lightman 2009 as Orcs as well, so that would be me actually. And yeah, I think I made a bit of an initial error placing the barracks in the wrong position, but there we go, finally got my guys into the fray there. I'm sending out a quick slugger squad to try to harass... Yeah, there we go, now trying to harass Giant Wombat's base there, and speaking of which... Okay. Giant Wombat just using his Scout Marines to scout, funnily enough. Also got Peace Out Fall using his Scout Marines presumably to scout as well, while I'm wandering around with my Orcs there. So Giant Wombat though seems to have completely forgotten about my Orcs in his base, that we're heading towards his base, and yeah, for the reason is not going for them quite yet, sending out his Space Marines a bit of a forward position there, while his Scout Marines on the other hand are going to get targeted by my Orcs there. I think I'll just be harassing mostly there. I think, yep, there we go. I'll be decapping that point as quickly as possible. And yeah, Giant Wombat's Force Commander still has a bit of time to go before he gets produced completely. And well, we even got a Scout Marine being chased away by Gretchen of all things. Wow. And as you can see, they're not exactly the greatest of troops, to say the least. Not bad. And yeah, so yeah, I'll be moving around my sluggers a bit, just trying to do a bit more harassment. Can't remember if I actually sent them up against these servitors. No, it doesn't look like I'll be able to do much damage. Oh well. And yeah, I've also got another squad of slugger boys being used against Giant Wombat's Space Marines. Also teleporting in a big mech as well, just as soon as Giant Wombat's Force Commander gets built as well. So very good timing indeed, to say the least. Unfortunately, as you can see, my Orcs are getting caught in a bit of a crossfire there. While Giant Wombat is moving his Space Marines around, we have Peace Out Fall using his own Space Marines to shoot my Orcs there. But thankfully we have Voyaka coming in with his own Shooter Boys and Slugger Boys to try to do a bit of damage as well, so thank God for that. And yeah, at the same time my Orcs getting locked into combat with some of these Space Marines. As you can see, Space Marines not doing such a bad job one-on-one against Slugger Boys, but the thing is, yeah, the Slugger Boys are much cheaper, so you can get groups there much more quickly. Speaking of which, my big mech is on the verge of death there. I don't know if he actually gets killed off or not. In case we managed to stop the, or at least to delay the listing post from going down. Looks like my big mech will get killed off, so very unfortunate. Giant Wombat there, using his Force Commander on range stance there, manages to take out my big mech and still has a bit of health left as well, so not too shabby indeed. Also my Slugger Boys being forced to flee, and Voyaka, yeah, being forced to flee as well with his Shooter Boys there we go, deciding to go into range combat with Peace Out Full. His own big mech, fortunately, looks like, oh yeah, he's attached to this Shooter Boy squad, but yeah, he probably needs to teleport them out there as quickly as possible. My Slugger Boys were just still demoralised, can only do so much there, so there we go, even one of them taken out, second one taken out, wow. So yeah, just forcing us into a bit of a retreat there for the time being, and yeah. Looks like I've finally built my first war banner there. Oh yeah, and also I would have gone with random races this time around, given that I normally play as Space Marines, and yeah, looks like I've my pure chance gone as Orcs as well as Voyaka going as Orcs as well, so there you go, the odds of that, eh? So anyway, Voyaka trying to beat back a bit of an attack there. Unfortunately his listing post getting destroyed. I think Peace Out Full was just using that Force Commander as a bit of a shield there. They probably could have just gone into melee against this building as well, but what can you do? We've also got Giant Wombat's Force Commander still alive and kicking as well. So speaking of which, what's happening on my front? Got pile of guns being built. Not much else really. We do have a single squad of Slugger Boys, but not much else. Voyaka though, he's managed to keep his big mech intact though, and yeah, he's also got his own pile of guns upgrading to big shooters, and yeah, I mean at the moment though, yeah, not bad, saying tricky game. Yeah, at the moment though, it doesn't look like things are going to go our way though. I mean, got strategic point being decapped. Probably should have just devoted to a Scout Marine squad to decapping that, but anyway. But yeah, finally we do have troops coming in. Ah, that's good. Troops coming in to try to do a bit of melee to the Space Marine forces. But yeah, as you can see, that peace outfield just leaving a force commander out to act as a bit of a sponge there. And yeah, while the Space Marines do the actual ranged work, and yeah, as you can see, even just smashing a couple of orcs backwards like they're bloody ragdolls or something. So not bad indeed. But at the very least, we did manage to drive them towards the middle of the map. And looks like they'll be making this a bit of stand here. We'll just have to see what happens. And some ally, yeah, he does have a couple of shooter boys out. That's interesting. For a second I thought one of them was actually a knob leader, but apparently not. Oh well. In any case, peace out full going for tier 2, and Giant Wombat going for tier 2. As for us orc players, I think we're mostly at tier 1, maybe tier 1.5, given that tier advancement, or technology advancement basically, is determined by how many war banners you have out in the field, which generates the orc resource, or orc pop. Determines technology and all that. But anyway, so yeah, as I mentioned, there we go, yeah, mentioned earlier on to my ally, I'll be counter-attacking the right, and yeah, of course we're seeing them moving towards the right, although I probably should have also taken that word of warning for myself as well, and yeah, just tried to retreat my guys a bit more quickly from there, because as you can see a couple of them getting caught in the crossfire. Let's see, okay, they still only have okay, there we go, so one of them going to tier 2. Let's see, apparently the top guy does have an armory out already, and so Giant Wombat doesn't look like he has an armory just yet though, so just have a look. Oh, he does, apparently. Where the hell did he put it? Oh, there it is, of course. And yeah, now he's just chasing my ally back through the middle there. Oh, here we go, here's something I didn't notice. Looks like Voik is counter-harassing Peace Out Fool's base though. He might actually have a bit more success there, maybe. We'll see what happens. What the hell? Was that a minefield? Oh yeah, it looks like I've got a minefield pretty nicely placed as well. Had to have been placed by Voik. I don't think I would have placed a minefield right there. So yeah, doing a bit of damage there, but minefield finally getting revealed by... Ah, here we go. Getting revealed by the good old-fashioned skull probe. So yes, getting that taken down pretty quickly. And yeah, now all these guys upgrading to heavy ranged weapons. It's basically going to make our job a hell of a lot harder, to say the least. Oh, there we go, now we've got a first knob leader for Voika, the first one that I could see anyway. On the Slugger squad, for some reason he's leaving him in melee, I'm not entirely sure why though. Oh, okay, I think it's possible, yeah. It looks like our Space Marine opponents, they have frag grenades researched for... It looks like they both have them researched actually, so... Yeah, that means they can basically stun an entire squad for like 3 seconds, but as you can see those 3 seconds can make massive amounts of difference when those squads are trying to head towards you. So that of course means you really need to get multiple smaller squads of orcs out so, you know, to mitigate the effect of those frag grenades. Unfortunately, yeah, me and my opponent just sending in mostly bigger single squads out against our opponents, so very unfortunate, but what can you do? And once again we find ourselves in a rather similar position, having a strategic point near the middle decapped. Okay, me saying I'm getting Storm Boys, he can get ranged guys, so yeah, a bit of a last ditch efforts to try to defend, but at this point really they do have 2 squads of Space Marines each, equipped with heavy bolters. If we instead went with vehicles instead, I think that actually might have been a hell of a lot better. Just having a look. Oh, actually, they are going. One of them is going with a heavy weapons increase, though. That would be Giant Wombat. And Peace Out Full, I'm assuming. Okay, he hasn't got the heavy weapons upgrade, which allows him to have more than just 2 weapons per squad. But the problem is, Giant Wombat, if he just gets a couple of missile launchers into the fray, then really that'll make our vehicles pretty much next to useless, unless if we can overwhelm them with both vehicles and perhaps melee units as well. But yeah, not quite going to happen though. Yeah, instead I'll just be getting a couple of a couple of Storm Boys out. Also upgrading with Storm Boy knobs, because those Storm Boy knobs, they don't actually cost more power and requisition than the regular counterparts, so it's not such a bad idea to have them, you know, along with your regular Storm Boys. Although I probably should have just gone with more Storm Boys rather than bothered attaching knobs to to a couple of squads there, because really look at, there's 2 squads and now I'm going to fly them across, and yeah, now they're just going to get a couple of grenades on them. There's the first grenade, and okay, there we go, managing to get, there we go, there's a second grenade, managing to get a few troops into melee, taking out a couple of their space marines, but really ultimately not really doing much damage there. I mean, thanks so much for that. Now the squad jumping in, getting another grenade to the bloody face, and yeah, just getting completely torn up there. So very helter-skelter effort by me there. I probably should have waited a bit longer, tried to get more. Probably should try to get more Storm Boys up before I tried jumping them all in at once. Because yeah, another thing about them as well is that they each get each squad, say, gets a how am I doing with them? Oh, there we go. Each squad gets a stick bomb ability. Which disrupts enemy squads. It's kind of like a frag grenade by the Space Marines, except it doesn't actually stun squads or anything, I'm pretty sure. Wow, that guy didn't have a great day to say the least. But, and yeah, of course you have many smaller squads, you can use that stick grenade ability pretty frequently, to say the least, or you can use it, en masse to disrupt crap loads of troops at the same time, but yeah, instead it looks like I'll be trying to counter-harass them, but of course by the time my troops arrive here at this listening post, it's already upgraded, and these Storm Boys, I mean, they're nice little jump troops and all, but they don't do too much damage. So instead I decided to jump one squad over to decapture this critical location, and jump a second squad to try to harass Giant Wombat's other buildings. And as you can see, it's not doing that much damage, especially since there's only like 2 of them there, even if one of them is a Storm Boy knob. And as you can see, he did a good job positioning his plasma generators. Looks like, yeah, he just positioned them around his listening post there, and yeah, there goes, interesting, there goes one of their players and there goes one of our players. So I thought, well, let's just say GG, and there we go. Just to get out as well. It actually shows me as the winner, funnily enough, but really I think we would have lost that one if the game kept on going normally. But yeah, very interesting end to say the least, so there you go. Yeah, you definitely can't afford to attack in dribs and drabs with the Orcs, or really just about any other faction, but especially with Orcs though, since they rely on concentrated numbers to get access to those war effects, which I think affect health generation, regeneration, stuff like that. So there you go. Good game to our opponents. This has been Dames with Vitch, signing off.